we talk quarterbacks all the time because it's a quarterback-driven sport, obviously. But the issues with the Niners this offseason have been the entire offense. And it's not just the quarterback. The Niners keep dropping passes. And I think a lot of people are like, well, is that Trey's fault? Maybe sometimes. But we saw in this preseason game a few days ago, Trey didn't play. They dropped 4 passes. And it's wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. It's everyone. And it's a really bad look. It's like, these are the basics. And I don't, couple of theories. I'd love to know what you think, but 2 theories. One, the Niners are so they emphasize yards after the catch so much that they may overlook the actual catch portion. I don't know. The other thing, they have all these new position coaches, new tight end coach, new running back coach, new wide receiver coach. I don't know what they're doing. I'm sure they mean well, but maybe they've lost sight of the basics. I don't know. I feel like if I were a position coach and my players were dropping balls, I would look at it as a reflection of me. I couldn't. I was ineffectual. I couldn't even teach them the basics. So I don't know.
Maybe the coaches have a different approach than the people who came before, and it may be a little confusing to the players, or maybe they need time to catch on.
Right.
Before we get to that, I do have a question. You're saying that the receivers, tight ends, wide receivers, are equal drop opportunity ball droppers. It's not only with Trey Lance, it's with the other 2 guys as well?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Because if it were only Trey Lance, I would wonder, is his ball delivered in such a way that it's hard to catch?
Yes.
But you're saying you don't think that's it.
I mean, he didn't play in the previous preseason game and there were 4 drops, and it was a lot of like turning up field before you have it secured, or things like careless stuff.
Yeah.
You know, what did Madden used to say? You catch the ball, then you run up field. I mean, stuff like that. Basic stuff.
It's careless stuff. Again, it comes back to they're not as prepared as they were in other eras.
Yeah.
I do feel wholeheartedly this is the kind of thing they will work out.
I agree.
I believe this is a training camp issue and maybe a game 1 or 2 issue, which it shouldn't be, but it may be. But those receivers are really good. I mean, the Ayuk apparently didn't do all that well today. He's a top-notch receiver, Iggy.
Right.
And Debo, they're going to do well. Kittle has very good hands. I think it's a temporary issue, and it's not something to get into a lather about.
No, I agree. They will fix it. The only thing I would say is, from talking to coaches in my lifetime, I feel like this is not necessarily something that works itself out. This is the kind of thing where you get what you emphasize. If the position coaches are emphasizing, look, we're dropping too many passes. It's not that we've been practicing this, but now we're emphasizing it. And this is going to be something we talk about and harp on and focus on every day. They'll improve. So to me, it's up to the players, of course, but it's also up to the coaches. Emphasize. If this is an issue, talk about it.
I totally agree with you. Yeah. My guess is they are talking about it, Iggy.
I'm sure they are.